Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to report that this is the return of the long-awaited PP, Phi Plays series. What I do in this series is I pick a character that many people are struggling with, I take them into ranked myself, and try to show you what I struggle with, and how I try to solve those problems, and what lessons you can take away going into your games. Of course, we have the hottest topic of discussion at any time, REINA. Now, in the first episode, I went through a lot of her combos, punishes, and like the fundamentals to pick her up for the first time. You can go back to that episode, or I'll cover that at the end of this. But for this episode, I really wanted to prioritize focusing on the game plan. REINA is a very overloaded character with a lot of onboarding due to her execution and optimization. So I want to make it as simple as possible. I got frame trapped and I mashed. So the first thing I want to do is if I'm fighting somebody who's inactive, I want to use the Hell Sweep, okay? As you can see, my opponent is very active. I've been getting hit for the first 12 seconds. My counterplay to that is, with punishment, which is good, but it's going to be forward 2. You've seen this move a million times. And it's going to be the electric. These two buttons are the hardest things to deal with when you're fighting against a REINA, when you combine it with her really good backdash and really small hurt box. I will probably lose this first round yapping. That's fine. I just want to demonstrate the point. Hold on. Forward 2 into a kill. I'm going to calm down a bit and then down 4. Okay, so already we can skip past the first step. They're not inactive. They're very active. I'm going to use my electric. I'm going to use my forward 2, and I'm not going to get too greedy with it. Electric. Floated, so I don't get a combo. I don't know what I'm doing. She's ducking. I can block punish that a little slow. And forward 2 once again. Electric to frame trap. Nice. I have this new combo from Season 3 that I've written down. I don't know how to finish it, though. In the notes, which we'll look at after. I'm going to back up a bit. Nice. Automatic parry. Chill out a bit. I could have punished that, but she ended up mashing at -14, giving me a follow-up. All right, I'm going to play the same strategy. Duck the string. Okay, she went in the air. Forward 2, frame trap with electric. I got punch parry. That'll happen. No big deal. I think the big mistake I see a lot of REINA players make is they get too active too early. Right? They just try to force their hitboxes over and over again, kind of like this. Although it does happen to be working because my opponent is not quite in the mood to block. So this might be a good representation of how REINA will play from the early level to the intermediate level. When opponents are not super tapped in to the counterplay to REINA, you can get away with putting out a lot of her gigantic hitboxes. That's kind of the starting point of the character. All right. So we know how this player is going to play. I'm going to run the forward 2. I'm not going to swing right away because she parried. Although if I do want a frame trap, I could do that down 2 because it's an elbow, and June can't parry elbows like that. Trading with her down 1+2, no big deal. Back off a bit. Okay, chill. Dash electric, forward 2. She cannot contest with this range. Missed the electric. And that's probably the biggest frustration I think with REINA is she does have a skill floor, right? Learning to do the electrics, learning to not mess up in the clutch, learning how to optimize her combos for wall carry. But once you can access these skills, she does a lot of the Tekken work for you, which is why I'm excited to play her. I'm going to chill out here a bit. There we go. I'm going to use the stomp here because it tracks both ways. It's safe. Nice whiff opportunity to punish. I don't have the best combos on REINA, although there we go. Running 4, heat burst, and then I don't know how to end this. Hell sweep, nice block. And this is what I mean. I was winning so much of the set by just backing off using my big buttons when the opportunity presented itself. I didn't really have to go for the Hell Sweep there, And if you watch Yagami from the Esports World Cup, he didn't really Hell Sweep that much. And now, that was a great opportunity to cover one of my favorite REINA buttons ever. Not that. I thought it was closer. REINA's Crouch Dash 3, the Electric War God Kick. Okay, that was a little obvious. The War God Kick. This button is so insane. If you think of the classic Mishima steel pedal, right? It's the flip over button on the ground. It's a counter hit launching mid, and it's safe on block. REINA's is the best version of it because it comes out of Crouch Dash. The only downside is if you miss input, sometimes you'll get her in Soku stance, where she dances like this, and that's a little annoying. But if you're precise with your electrics, it tracks both ways. It may as well be homing. Okay, punish there. Not the best punish. It may as well be homing. It counter hit launches, and it comes out of a wave dash, so it can mix with her hell sweep. You can freely adjust your spacing. It is such a good tool. Block punish here, go low, nice duck. Remember, she is willing to duck. We don't really have to show the lows or take every mix-up opportunity. Electric. Nice, so there was a bit of a proficiency gap because I've just played this game a lot more. That player may not be used to REINA, who is putting out buttons in that type of way. I want to now try to demonstrate it against somebody who may understand REINA a little better, right? Against that player, I was able to just throw out the big buttons, wait for my opportunity to find an electric, and then REINA does like half HP with a good electric combo. So she's a character where you can give up a lot of interactions, not force your offense, find a key electric, and win. I want to cover REINA's Season 3 combo route since I didn't cover it in the last episode. And I want to talk about just how, like, use that to demonstrate how strong she really is off of one big conversion. But hopefully here, we'll have a chance to do it. Azucena, I've been told by REINA mains, is not a good matchup. But I'm not sure I buy that. Forward 2. She trades with Sen 3. Okay, so she has some counterplay to the Sentai stance. I automatically parried that on accident. War God Kick is guaranteed. You can look at this lead I have in 12 seconds. And an electric should kill if I don't mess up the combo. I messed up the combo. Block punish. Okay. REINA is, for the amount of people like to talk about her hitbox weaknesses, her strength lies in her ability to delete your life bar if she's correct. I ducked. I ate the while standing 2. That's a lesson to take away. You don't need to duck until your opponent shows you the low enough times. Do as I say, not as I do. War God Kick. That was unsafe. If you don't hit the electric, it's unsafe. Okay, there's the low. Jab gets evaded. War God Kick on a delay. I'm chilling out a bit. Get off the wall. Let's do the mid out of Sentai. Oh, blocked that on accident. Electric, nice duck. I can block punish that. Let's do mid again. DF1. Okay, backswing blow. That's a good panic option to get away from my stance offense. But I don't really have to stress about it. Okay, couldn't duck that. That's a block punishable as well. Okay, I got a lucky DF2 after messing up an electric. I messed up the combo too. Oh my goodness. That was... Do as I say, not as I do. Sweep? Yeah. A total guess at that point. I thought that maybe they wanted to end the round. If we can lock in our combo game, that would be nice. But I don't know how to convert off back turn there. Nice low pair in the hell sweep. So here's an interesting thing too. That was like my first hell sweep. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's happening. And a low parry there, I think, was just a response to my 2 wave dashes. And something to learn as a REINA player, or as a Mishima player in general, is you don't want to autopilot your offense out of your wave dashes, right? I'm going to look out for the backswing blow here. Okay, nice low. You don't want to autopilot your offense out of the wave dashes. It's easy to get into a mechanical flow where, like, I'm used to doing this because I practiced it. And for me, that's 2 wave dashes into my hell sweep. So if I get a chance to do it, I'll show it. But I want to kind of slow her down first. Missed my whiff punish. Same goes for electrics. Same goes for hell sweeps. That's a 1 break. So I like to do wave dash, hell sweep. That's kind of my muscle memory habit. Backswing low beats the stance pressure. I just need to wait next time. Block. 1+2 break. Nice. I meant to do an electric, but again, I got a DF2. Running 4 conversion, heat burst. I think I can carry to the wall with CD3-4. Nice. That was not the right combo. Okay. Nice rage art. I went for hell sweep immediately. So we know that this player enjoys ducking early on, so I don't really need to hell sweep like that. And on a kill situation, I can wait instead of going for the mix-up right away. Remember, the hell sweep is designed to attack inactivity. If you're fighting somebody who's willing to be active, you can use REINA's big button. Let's back up and try to place the electric well. There we go, whip punish. Sometimes the opportunity will just present itself. Sometimes PhiDX will drop the combo for the 5th time. War God Kick. War God Kick. Okay, I tried to duck there. Down jab. I don't want to deal with that. Nice counter hit. Okay, I'm going to roll away from the wall instead of forcing my offense right away. Okay, 1-1-2 is not the right response there. War God Kick guaranteed. Sidestep 4 to kill. I did that because I was pretty sure even if the Azucena rage arted, I would have done enough damage to kill. We did just see in the last round that that could have killed me. Based on the HP, it seemed pretty doable. And that all started off of a whiff punish electric at the start. I'm not forcing my forward 2. I'm not forcing my hell sweep. Block punish. Backdash a bit. Okay. Forward 2. I don't have to go into stance either. Or I don't have to play a mix-up. Electric? Nope. Low parry. That was a bit of a guess. We saw that she's willing to do the mid, so it's not the wisest thing every time to go for that low parry. In fact, it'd be better to duck it since it's launch punishable. DF1, nice. Okay, I can get better punishes here, but I'm focused on trying to find that electric in neutral. DF1, 2, just to call out any activity. Oh, I missed. Okay, I'm gonna hesitate a bit, wait for the rage art. Sidestep right around the 1-2. Heat smash whip punish. So far, it's going pretty well. And again, I haven't really had to lean into the hell sweep because she's already making plays that make the electrics hit. Okay, no hit confirm, my bad. What I would do against this player and against Azucena's stances in general, actually, is throw out some hop kicks if she's in stance. If I guess low and I'm wrong, I eat a big mid, but if I'm airborne, it hurts less. So not here, but I'll point it out when she's in Liberator stance. There, okay. She's just doing the mid extension, so I get block punishes here for free. Okay, sweet. That's fine. Doesn't hurt too bad. Okay, I tried to electric into dash electric, which is too slow. You need to do a double electric right away if you want to frame trap that. The lows are starting to add up, but I don't need to worry. I'm going to kip up and heat burst, and I'm dead. Sometimes you'll lose rounds like that, playing to a particular strategy, and it won't pan out. But you get information. Whiff punish DF1, 2. I'm going to do running 3. All right, we know that she wants to get out of the pressure like that. Okay, that's fine. Sweeps adding up. We know the lows are coming. I don't have to duck necessarily yet. I can just get a bit more active. DF1, 2. Power crush. Nice. Swung on the second hit. That is launch punishable, but I was making a read. Okay. Shady combo. And I overextended again. Sidestep 4. Easy to counter hit from that tech roll into crouch situation. I bet a low is coming, so I want to hop kick here. Oh, nice patience. Nice patience. Waiting for the rage art also, I believe. Good awareness by the other player. DF1. Okay. Okay. Not good. I didn't know you could convert off that. This is looking ugly. I can also lean into my power crush because the neutral buttons that are coming at me... Oh. Nice. If I try to take my frames, I'm getting blown up by the backswing blow. Okay. Oh, that was huge. Hold on. Let's burst. Back 1 combo. Takes a bit of a delay. I messed it up. I might die here. I'm going to hop kick again. That was a bad choice with my back to the wall. So what did we learn? The lows are adding up. They're willing to go for that mix-up, and I'm having to deal with a lot of these mix-up situations out of full crouch. I'm going to run the rematch. One thing you can add to this kind of basic framework is just poking, jab, down, forward 1, and then using REINA's power crush, back 1+2, to take control in neutral, or seize it back. To break that throw, you have to block low, but I do not have the reactions at this time. There we go. Power crush is good. And we know that when I'm plus, she will do the backswing blow. Nice. I'm slow. So if she's going to do the backswing blow, I just need to not take my frames, block, and punish. Okay, nice punch parry. Nice conversion, nice conversion. So the kip up is also getting me killed. All right, it's time to solid up. DF1, BF1, nice. So solid. Wait, electric. Okay, forward 2 got sniped. I need to do it immediately, no delay. I ducked there to eat the while standing 2. The loads that they were doing were adding me up. So the situation we want to prevent is how they got into crouch in the first place. Frame trap. Oh, it's too far away. It's that down 1, that elbow. So to beat that, we can do sidestep right in neutral to try and shut down that elbow that's going into crouch and giving her the mix-up. That tracks that way. Nice low. Okay, can't do it on wake up. Step right. Whiff punish again. I'm gonna step left for that mid kick. Okay, big whiff. Opportunity. I'm gonna do down 2 here to beat the backswing blow. Look for it again. Let's hell sweep once. Wait. Okay, I got lucky. I got lucky. I mashed 2 too. And then it was an easy hit confirm with the wall there. 2-2-1. Backdash a bit. Jab, jab. How do they deal with this? Okay, they get hit. Backswing blow attempted. Jab, jab. There's a full crouch sweep. Stepping right again. Whip. Wow, that sucks. Nice. Forward, forward 2 after backing up a bit to invite their attack. I'm going to CD3, I think. Down jab. Okay. I put them in crouch. Or they were in crouch, which makes it hurt more. Nice, I'm fine. Oh, I did CD3. Now I have to make a crucial read. I'm going to rage art. I thought the low was coming. They did stop their offense here and there to bait the rage art, but I fell for it twice, so why not go a third time? There is an element of stubbornness that works well here. I'm going to do running 3. It's a bit scary. I'm going to wait. Nice. Running 3, wait for the backswing blow. Now it's a final round situation for both of us. Nerves probably a bit higher, so I can expect maybe some whiffs. I'm going to step right in neutral some more after backdashing. 1-1-2. Step right. Step right. Oh, I messed up. Okay. Oh, 1-1-2 is not the answer there. Okay, punch parry beats that. Oh, I got floated again. We saw that exact interaction before. I kipped up right after that air-to-air punch parry and got floated. This is not good, but there's no reason to panic. Step right. Electric. Okay, this combo is gonna not be good. Hold on. Actually did all right. Uh-huh. Power crush, second hit. Oh. They forgot about that. I did that earlier. But they were so focused on the forward 2, the electric, the Sentai 4, Sentai 3, that the 2-hit string was what they forgot about. Again, launch punishable. I did take a risk there. But the power of REINA is that she has so much kit that is so effective that your opponent has to be ready for any of those threats at any time. And again, if you're ever fighting somebody who is really passive, instead of leaning on those strings, lean into the hell sweeps. Now here is a good matchup to finish it off on. Steve, another character that many people struggle with. I think that REINA has one of the best Steve matchups ever. And the reason is, she is so small, it is hard for Steve to hit her. So I'm going to just backdash and play some Tekken 7. If I hit an electric, he dies. And by dies, he means it takes like half HP. And he has to hit me so many times. Power crush. Confirm. And also, before that we even get to that point, REINA has a ton of high evasive moves built in. We have back 4, that'll beat back 1, and then 3-2. That's why the Steve is doing the counter hit mids. Because he doesn't want to get blown up. 3-2. Okay. 3-4 is also good, but outside of heat, it's not safe. Electric? No, nice check. Okay, I'm going to do the mid. Dash electric. Oh, I messed up. This also goes under jabs. As you can see, it's unsafe. But Steve's low game is not very strong, so I'm going to chill. Nice duck. Hell sweep. The stomp. Heat burst. He's going to step it. That's good. I have 3 seconds to make a comeback, and Kip Up gets floated. So we've seen already like 4 times that I held forward to Kip Up, and it got floated. So I need to stop doing that. Another thing is, when you're fighting against Steve, your move list shrinks. A 13-frame counter hit launcher means you're stuck jabbing, doing things like generic down 4. REINA has forward neutral 4, which is a crazy low, because it goes under his highs as well, and converts on counter hit. Frame trap out of the heat engage. Electric. And look at this damage if I don't drop it. Oh my. I messed it up. No. I would have killed him. I actually would have killed him. Forward 2. CD3. And he gets flipped over trying to step. I'm sad. If I hit that running 4, the combo would have killed. Back it up. You have to play slow against Steve a little bit. CD3. Let him take his turn. The lows don't hurt. The lows don't hurt. Nice. I did sidestep right duck out of bad timing. Ate the elbow. That should work against that option. But here's a counter hit launch to make up for all that damage I took. Right here. We're running 4. Nope, I messed it up again. Even so, 70 damage. Okay. I picked a slow button. I should be a jab bot. Back 2 is good. Oh, nice. He cooked me. Forward 2 is obviously good. But an electric is what we really want. I'm going to make the combo easier here. Heat burst. 85. Yep, patience against Steve. Look at how small REINA is. She's so hard to hit, and then I just go for the mix to kill. REINA backdashing and sidestepping is so effective against Steve's stance pressure. It doesn't even have to be like a super fast Korean backdash. Even just her small base movement is so strong against it. This could be considered a bad use of heat. But do you see that? Nice punch parry. While standing 4-4. Just block. Electric. Electric. I'm chilling. Okay, first hit of the power crush. Didn't want to give him a free punish. He's ducking in to get around my electric. I have DF1. I can punish that if I'm better. Lights up duck. Nice. Yep, it's a slow matchup. You might not get to play as fast as you want against Steve, but it will pay off. Oh my god, automatic punch parry. Uh-oh. That was good. See how my two wave dashes telegraphed the hell sweep? That's a player weakness while going through the onboarding of learning REINA. You just want to focus on improving what you're doing and not falling into autopilot. And that's an autopilot pattern that's been killing me. You can double hell sweep out of this by holding down forward. Tracking sweep, and look at how fast that damage added up. I messed up. Nice punish. Electric. I'm going to wait out his heat. Tried to snipe him instead. I didn't even believe my own read. Block punish. And this button... Oh, it doesn't go into the heat string. Break the throw. 3+4. So the effect of when you're backdashing and playing so... inviting Steve to attack you, right, is that Steve has to contend with REINA's hurtbox over and over and over again. And even when you're not against Steve, it's an effective strategy against characters who have smaller hitboxes. So you can apply this in many other matchups, but it's really effective and really visible against Steve. He can't weave the stomp there. And the biggest thing is electric just equalizes any damage deficit you take so quickly, even with suboptimal combos. He's feeling pressured, he spring kicks, I get a free follow-up punish. And this is really the strength of REINA, is she answers a lot of the issues that Mishima's had. Historically, Mishima's have not liked fighting Steve because he can duck under the electric, block punish here. He can duck under the electric, and his fast pokes shut down Mishimas who can't poke. But REINA can poke like Heihachi. She has a demon paw like Devil Jin that is fast. She has an automatic punch parry built into her forward movement. Because if you do an electric, they wanted you to be able to get past jab keep out. It is a fascinating design choice, to say the least. I'm chilling. Just let him do this. He has to deal with my demon paw and my electric. Look. Block that. It actually didn't even hit my block because REINA's so small. Now he's dashing at me over and over, so I can jab keep him out. Electric. Do you see how his game plan changed when he realized he had to hit me? Now he's dashing at me, he's delaying his timings, he's not blocking. And how I compare a Mishima Electric, it's like a Steve back one that can also counter hit your opponent's movement. And when you think of it like that, it makes it so clear why playing passive on REINA can be a good strategy. It's not the go-to strategy in every matchup, and it's not going to work against every playstyle either. But it works so well, especially against Steve. Oh, nice block. It works so well against Steve because of all the things we mentioned. The fact that he has to delay his timing, he doesn't have strong mix-up lows, and it lets me hit that electric and make up for a lot of damage he gets from poking me. But yeah, I've really enjoyed re-exploring REINA. If you've been watching my commentary lately, you'll know that I've been up-playing her heavily, complaining about her attributes, and talking a ton about, like, this character is this, it's so dumb. But you have to understand that in a fighting game, classically, if your character has dumb stuff, that's a cause for celebration. If you like a character in a game and they're strong, that is a blessing from the heavens. So I am having a great time playing REINA, and I wanted to share why I think the character is so strong. We can wait for one last match because I feel like playing some more. But let's talk about some of these attributes to follow up with after Hell Sweeping and Electrics. Right, back 2 and CD3 are the go-to big mids to beat sidesteps. Right, back to that homing swipe. CD3 we saw the War God kick. Running 3 is what I like to do to attack inactivity against random duckers. You're probably not going to see it against King because of the muscle armor, but against like that June player from the beginning, it would have been nice to do more running 3 against them. And then finally, back 1+3 is not what I wanted to write here. It's back 1+2, and this is the power crush. This is not really the best. Well, it's a great panic tool. That's what armor moves are in general. But where they work really, really well is when you have a gigantic lead. Say because you hit an electric as REINA. Nice duck. What was that? So that when you get a huge lead, it allows you to. Wow, I'm so flabbergasted by that punish. That was so good. It allows you to maintain that lead when they have to attack into you. Again, talking about REINA's small hurt box. I'm gonna frame trap here with down 2. Oh, muscle armor beat it. Heat engage. I might die. I hard ducked. I hard ducked for the Atlas Hammer. I cannot lie to you. All right, gaming saber links. We chill out a bit. King is another character like Steve where you have to play small. Electric after sidestepping right to beat the throw. Wall splat. I could have gotten a high splat there, but I was focused on hitting this. DF1-2. I had a hunch. I couldn't tell you why. Fancy combo? Oh, imagine. Jab, jab, DF1. King has the muscle armor. King has the counter hit down forward 2. Debatably a better counter hit character than Steve. This is not propaganda. But for that reason, I'm limiting my moveset to a lot of jabs. Again, not a lot of hell sweep here. I did not react. Not a lot of hell sweep here. That's a 2 break if he tries to throw you in the wall. Block punish this. Not a lot of hell sweep because it's so slow against his bigger buttons. See how he interrupted me with the down jab? And nice. And he just ducked it. So I don't need to use the hell sweep until I'm fighting somebody who is really willing to block. Until then, I have all my super buttons. 1+2 break. Back 2 here is so good. 2 break. Okay, my bad. That was a 1 break here. Back 2. Power crush is good. I tried to duck. I'm glad it didn't work. 1+2 break. DF1. DF1. 2. I'm going to throw him. How do you like them apples? And then if the King is doing highs like throws, I can use those heat strings I've been talking about a bit. So let me get into heat. Oh, nice duck. I'm going to DF1-2. Probably Ron's going to hit. What? That hit REINA's auto parry. That is one frustrating thing about the character. The auto parry makes her vulnerable to throws if you're tapping forward. Reaction. Heaven's Wrath 2. Because I want to heat engage. DF1-2. All right, let's go into heat. And now we know he wants to throw, right? So I can hit 3-4-4 and go under throws. Right, like that. 3-2 also counter hit launches. This is a great button against Steve as well. 3-2. Nice duck. 3-4-4. I ducked that. Too slow. 1+2 break. Oh my. Okay. Can get up. Forward 4-2-3. DF1-2. No block punish. He tried to throw me. I'm going to sidestep right on his approach because I don't want to get thrown. He's going to alley kick. Oh my god, I missed him. Skill issue. Back off a bit. Step right. Electric. I can't force it too much. Oh, 4-4-2 clipped him. I don't want a hell sweep here because I know he's ducking randomly. 1+2 break. After King, you break a King throw, you do kind of have to back off. Frame trap here in case he did something that shouldn't have hit me, but my Korean backdash was sloppy. Running 3. Oh my god! Lucky me. Tried to knowledge check him. Heat smash on his forward roll. For some reason he did that. Now I don't need to rush to kill him here. I just need to keep the pokes tight. Messed up. 1-1-2. Okay. No matter what level of play, King is one of the most stressful characters to fight because at any moment it can go so wrong. All right, we'll make this the last match, and then at the end of this, we'll go through some of her new combos and small optimizations. It's hard to demonstrate every single thing REINA can do in a matchup because they depend on how your opponent wants to play. But what makes her, one of the things that makes her so strong is that so many things can be applied to different playstyles. I don't think she has any glaring weakness outside of how hard she is to pilot at the highest level of play. Nice. I got grabbed twice. Alright. Go under the throw with this. I'm going to keep hers here. I don't think it works. It is not. Jaguar sprint? No, he didn't sprint. Finish the string just cuz. Block punish. Go low. Back off. Let's do this. Yes. Oh, I messed up. Here's a string that's good. Down forward 2. Down forward 4-2-3. Last hit, as you just saw, is a safe extension that can counter hit people, but also the second hit counter hit. So he got blown up. Block punish here. And if they start respecting that string, you can go into Heaven's Wrath stance. And a lot of REINA's power is in Heaven's Wrath stance. That was a 1 throw. Season 3 throw. This guy really wants to throw me. No block punish. Nice. War God kick conversion. This mid is, I think, one of my favorite mids in the game. The War God kick. My bad. Okay. He tried to attack on wake up. Electric. Nice duck. I have to go mid against this guy. He's ducking. Luckily, I have some of the best mids in the game to do it. Don't get locked in too much on forward 2. Don't forget about the CD3. Such a strong button. Just takes a bit of execution to nail consistently. Chain throw. That was a 2 break, but it was a total guess. Nice. It's safe on block. Lucky for me. Oh my god, he can evade it with the Jaguar sidestep. Sagwar. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna stay down. I don't want to deal with this. DF1, DF1, 2, because he's ducking a lot. He actually got counter hit. Okay. War God kick. Nice. Forward 2, because for some reason he's attacking on forward roll. Electric. Watch the throw. I'm stepping right to deal with the throws. DF1, 2 just works. War God kick should be guaranteed there. I'm just chilling. Okay, I messed up my punish. That's fine. DF1, DF1. And this is what makes REINA so much stronger than your usual Devil Jin Kazuya. Is like, she can't play that same poking control game that Heihachi can play. She's such a complete character. She is so much fun. Let's talk about some things you can work on if you're interested in playing her. So I'll turn off the matchmaking. For one, this is the combo I kept trying to hit that I could not connect. Right, this is her staple electric combo. And already we're at the wall. So if not for that, 100 damage. That's actually not the most optimal thing you can get in this situation, because you can get bigger hits before you get to the wall. So if I just start the tornado early after this and miss the second electric like this, I can get a running 4. I can heat burst and then do the back 1 string for 102, and you can get even more if I didn't miss that second electric. One tip I should give on the electric combo, by the way, is this second extender is not a manual wave dash. Okay, and I noted it in the notes. It's down forward 3, the command crouch dash, and then neutral 3. If you just down forward 3, neutral 3 as fast as possible, you will always get this instead of trying to get a manual one and accidentally getting War God kick or any other input. This is the way to do this input. DF3, neutral 3. The other combo to know is this full crouch one, where you actually whiff the first hit of forward 2, 3. And then get this, and then it looks very similar to the other one. And then one combo that is absolutely essential that I did not have in my original episode was counter hit CD3. This button is so crazy. But what you do is you're already in crouch, so you just hit while standing 3-4 with a bit of a delay, and then it looks like the rest of the electric combo with down forward 1 after a big dash. So you have to deep dash and then down forward 1, forward 2, 3, same thing. Yep. And then you'll calculate the wall better the more you play this character. Yeah, she's so powerful, but she also has so much optimization. She has a lot of rerouting you could do in the middle of her combos. She has the execution component. I'm a big, big fan of this character. And then maybe the last tip I should give is this wall combo. How it works is, if you see my beginner guide, there are 3 wall hits you get before they fast slump. So normally if you do this, immediately they fast slump after 3 hits, right? 1, 2, 3. How this combo works is by delaying the second hit, they actually get hit on the ground, and it doesn't count as one of the wall hits. If I can execute it. That is not correct. Like that. Then the last hit is allowed to hit them on the ground as well. So that's a little nuance with how the REINA combo works. We have our punishes and good moves list as usual, but again, I wanted to draw closer emphasis to this kind of game plan based selection of moves. Hell sweep if they're inactive. Attack them with these key moves, forward 2, and electric, because they're hard to get around. These are like sword character moves, and they have high reward. If people are stepping you in neutral, this shuts it down from a very far range, and this is a counter hit launcher. So if you can execute War God kick, lean on this. But Yagami, the best REINA in the world, uses back 2 a lot, so don't be afraid to use it. Running 3 is my preferred choice if I'm fighting inactive players who randomly duck, right? Because it feels terrible when the hell sweep gets blocked. So instead of that, if they're ducking, you can just test them with running 3. And on hit, you get a guaranteed War God kick if you can execute it. And that's kind of the common theme. Reina has so many good things. If you can execute it, they can all get better with practice. And then lastly, let's cover it one more time. In heat, 3-2. Well, 3-2 can be done outside of heat, but it's a counter hit launcher that evades highs, and it's homing. 3-4-4 is a safer option because it can't be ducked, and in heat, you're kind of protected by the extension. Heaven's Wrath down 3 plus 4 is a floor breaking option, but it uses so much heat that I really only use it if there's a hazard. Otherwise, I would rather be at the wall using the Heaven's Wrath throw. Right? And a lot of your damage is going to come from here. Hit a Hell Sweep, Heaven's Wrath throw at the wall. Right? Hit a Hell Sweep, hold down forward, Hell Sweep again. Hit a Hell Sweep, hold down forward, Hell Sweep again. Right? First try. And then hit a Hell Sweep, Wrath 3 plus 4, tracks both ways, 0 on block. So you could do something like Wrath 3 plus 4 on block, and then Electric. And if they did anything, they're likely to get hit. And then the one thing that I'm still adding too is forward 2-3 into Sentai, and down forward 4-2 into Heaven's Wrath. Alright? So forward 2-3, this string is annoying, and the stance is counterable, right? If you go into stance after this, you could be jabbed, right, on block. But the interesting thing about this string is if you delay it, and the second hit counter hits, the Sentai follow-up is guaranteed. You get a free heat engage. It's a 13 frame high, so you can kind of harass with this. Yagami likes to do this a lot, mixing between that or forward 2 down to go into Insoku, right? It's just a bit of like extra mental stack, and when your opponent is thinking about this and forward 2-3, all of a sudden the Hell Sweep hits and now it's a disaster, you maybe get the vision. And then down forward 4-2 is a really good string as well, right? On block, -6 into Heaven's Wrath stance, but again, if you're in heat, he has that Heaven's Wrath parry, which is nice. And in general, you'll have the chance to take advantage of it if you represent the third hit, right? On counter hit, the third hit is guaranteed. On counter hit of the second hit, the third hit is guaranteed for a wall splat. They have to duck this third hit here. And so if they're taking the time to duck it, you can go into stance. And now you have a mix-up while they're ducking and standing back up because the high never came. That is a lot of Reina for one episode, but again, I'm having so much fun playing her. I'm playing her more on stream. I can't guarantee that I'll get to every character in these, but I want to cover as many as I can because I do enjoy teaching this game, and with the improvements made in Season 3, I've known people are coming back. So hopefully this equips you with knowledge. Don't downplay your characters. We all have a lot of learning to do, and the characters in this game are very, very strong. Hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.